what is the purpose of investing? Investing is all about taking the resources you have to make them create more productivity. Those productivity leads to gains, and those gains becomes savings that you can put somewhere that is what we call wealth. Today, we're talking about investing in innovation in your business to stay ahead of the curve. We are back with another episode of Wealth Building Made Simple, and we're talking to the CPA extraordinaire, Allison Rife Martin.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, I think this could be a good topic today, actually.
Uh,
You just sit there and think, if you think how CPAs have evolved from the green ledger pad and the green eye shade to having to embrace technology, that's investing to stay ahead of the curve so that because we can't just get out our 10 key and pencil anymore. We need to be able to, again, going back to the idea of data analytics, providing more than just a set of numbers to a customer. We have to tell them what it means, give them some insight behind it, help them figure out how to better use the information so they can make better business decisions. So I think this is a great topic. So
yep,
I'm
yep.
curious to hear your thoughts.
I'll start with this idea, and it'll put us right in the ballpark for small businesses. So there are a lot of commentators on the news that are saying the stock market, and let's call it stock market, S&P 500, is overvalued, and they don't expect returns to grow in the stock market over the next decade. And at first, honestly, I sort of subscribed to that ideology. It didn't cause me to like sell it. Like we still own S&P 500, right? It's still a big part of the portfolio for money that we manage because there were other factors that I was looking at that conflicted with that idea, but the idea seemed sound at first. And then I kept thinking through things and I went, nah, actually, with all the technology that we have, what technology does is it improves the margins a couple of different ways, right? Each company in the S&P 500 is going to now look at it and say, all right, we're losing money. How do we save more? How do we create more profits? Well, remote work, hybrid work for the ones that do it is going to reduce cost, right? Using data analytics and cybersecurity is going to reduce waste and allow you to process data better and allow you to make more sales and do more things. So that increases that, right? And then since you are making more money and you reduce costs and you create a better quality of life within the business, you're going to attract top talent, right? That adds to the margin, right? And then the ones that are really smart, they're going to stop saving money in that protocol I told you about. That's the digital protocol that steals the data. We talked about that a few episodes ago where, right, you save money in a currency, in a digital, the dollar's a digital currency already, right? So you stop saving all of your excess capital on the balance sheet in that thing that they can create more of, which is stealing money. And you're going to save some of that money in
Mhm.
a cybersecurity protocol called Bitcoin that doesn't allow anybody to steal your wealth as a corporation, right? And then you increase AI into the mix, which can make your people smarter and produce things better without giving much effort. So you walk around with an organization of people that are working 5, 10 hours a week, but producing 10 times more than what people did at other companies who don't, right? Living great lives. And that just, one by one, each corporation is going to do it, which is going to unlock tons of value. And the S&P 500, in my opinion, will soar for the next 2 decades because the companies are beginning to do it. Now, small, they, the public companies are going to do it because they have relatively sophisticated shareholder base that force them to evolve or they don't get capital. If you're a
Right.
small business owner, you better have a damn good CPA or wealth manager that's talking to you about this and forcing you to be uncomfortable, you know what I mean, to do these things because you can get the same benefit. You just got to take your head out of the sand and do it.
Right. I know I completely agree. And I just, I don't know, I can't, I I don't know much more to add on that, but I just think we're missing out on opportunities if we don't adapt and change and embrace technology or innovation to make our jobs easier so that we can provide better services to our customers or products for that matter too. Plus, there are some tax benefits if you're investing in research and development. Um, assuming you're making, again, there's lots of rules around it, but you can get some significant credits for that if you're doing like research and development to stay ahead of the curve. So I think this is a great topic.
Absolutely. I forgot to add one that I need to add that's benefited me, and I'm sitting in the studio with Steve and you too, like podcasting. Like Allison, you're one of the most known CEOs in my audience's or CPAs in my audience's life. Like most CPAs hand out business cards and nobody remembers them, right? Because the profession on average is boring, right? But I can't tell you how many
Yeah,
conversations
exactly.
I can't tell you how many conversations I have with people I know and be like, man, Allison's so smart, right? Allison's so smart, right? And that's just taking an
That's just
hour.
how,
Go ahead, taking an
yeah,
hour a month to record it and put it on the internet.
yeah, exactly. And plus it's fun to just sit and, talk about different ideas. But you're right. Investing in that kind of a thing is another way to reach out to your customers too, to provide information about above and beyond the data, you know, great
Absolutely.
insights and all that great stuff. So,
Yeah, yeah,
but thank you for the compliments.
definitely,
So
definitely. Um,
anyway,
yeah, I mean,
but yeah,
I think that, yeah. Anything you got to add to that? Because I feel like,
I feel like this is, if you are going to invest in technology that's new and again follows all the various rules on R&D, just remember there are some sizable tax benefits you can get, um, in addition to, taxable deductions with respect to your business. So just keep that kind of a thing in mind that there's a whole host of benefits to helping you meet the goal, your overall goal by investing in this kind of technology.
absolutely. So
So
takeaway, embrace
my
change.
takeaway, embrace change. And, the green ledger and the green eye shade doesn't work anymore. Nor does the 10 key because nobody even knows what that is. So
And I was gonna ask you offline, what is the 10 key? Yeah, that's good.
it's a, it's honestly, it is like the most fun thing. My granddad used to have one where you'd pull the crank to get the numbers to like show up on a piece of customer tape. It was so cool. And it's very tactile. You get to, type in 1, 2, 3 plus 2, 4, 5, and it gives you a piece of tape. But we've evolved beyond that you're going to move to a calculator. Then you move to actually keying the data in directly into your computer and using an Excel spreadsheet. So again, you have to evolve with the times while thinking about how cool it was to have a 10 key. I actually loved having one. So
Look, I'm amazingly, this might shock you. I am very bullish on buying things like that. Like, like when you said that, I was like, Kelly bought like a old typewriter that we have.
yeah,
I'm gonna go buy like a
they're-
10 key. I'm gonna buy all because it's like scarce and nostalgic, right? I mean, they don't make
and
them
you have to have
anymore.
the right one. And it's obviously becomes a very personal thing too. But I remember my granddad having the one with the crank. You could, and just hearing the sound of the numbers and then hearing the crank, or the old cash registers where you type in the number and you hear that
Mm,
ka-chink,
yeah, I used to love
So
those.
yeah, just the sound. But now we have the very quiet telephone or, smartphone and the computer.
Right, yeah. Look, give it 5 years, we're gonna just walk in and they're gonna scan our eyeballs and then watch what we put
Yeah.
in there and then debit it from our account as we leave.
And hopefully went to a business that had a very strong IT security plan to protect our eyeballs and
Right, yeah, yeah.
all the information. So anyway,
Well, let everybody know
so
how
with
they can reach you if they want more information.
oh my gosh, you can reach me on my website, rifemartincpa.com, or my email. You can email me at info@rifemartinaccounting.com. And if anyone has a good recommendation of where to go buy an old 10 key, I'd love to know. So,
I'll definitely let you know because I'm gonna go home and be like, Kelly, where do you find a typewriter? Let's go find a 10 key.
oh my gosh, I actually total tangent here. For Christmas every year in a row, my husband always buys me a little handheld calculator.
Mm. Oh, is it like a TI? Which one is a TI one?
Yet, no, it's not that fancy. It's the, CVS $7 one, but people always laugh. They're like, that's what you get your wife? Yes, she loves it.
Easy.
He's got me down. So
Right. That's funny.
anyway, well, thank you again for a great episode.
Thank you too. Have a good one.
Philip Washington Jr. is a registered investment advisor. Information presented is for educational purposes only and does not intend to make an offer or solicitation for the sale or purchase of any specific securities, investments, or investment strategies. Investments involve risk and, unless otherwise stated, are not guaranteed. Be sure to first consult with a qualified financial advisor and/or tax professional before implementing any strategy discussed herein. Past performance is not indicative of future performance.